Why are you...
All right, Mr. Dotter, you've heard Mr. Wright. Please convert your confession to testimony.
Fine. Have it your way. Ace and I had been blackmailing several athletes for some time. I finally had enough of it. I was going to quit as his manager after he had won the Equestrian 500. After Rainbow Dash refused our blackmailing attempt, Ace was angered. It didn't help he saw my letter after we were done quelling the fire, in which he ripped in half afterward. He became furious and violent. I saw no choice but to retaliate with a burned golf club that was lying on the ground to defend myself. I hit him so hard it snapped. I dropped the broken pieces and resorted to offensive magic that was enough to shock him and render him to the ground. I retreated to the dark forest, running as fast as I could. I realized he wasn't chasing me, and returned to the clearing after a good 10 minutes. I saw the silhouette of his body lying there, lifeless. Coming to terms with what I had done, I gathered the broken golf club at all costs so I wouldn't be caught. I headed back into the forest, and once I was calm, I prepared a teleportation spell back to my hotel room. And you know the rest. That's my confession. Satisfied?
Well, are you, Mr. Wright?
I still would like to cross-examine the witness if it's okay.
I wouldn't be letting her testify if I wasn't going to let you cross-examine her, so by all means, begin, Mr. Wright. Well, this really shouldn't worry you, Wright, but the slightest instance of you being wrong about this, I will declare Rainbow Dash's innocence, and Miss Sonata will be taken away for further questioning. What you should be worried about is if you're actually right about there being a hole in this confession.
Understood, Your Honor.
Are you just doing this to rub salt in my wounds?
All right. Time to show Sonata the power of the truth. What it means to be a defense attorney. What she taught me.
What's he
Ace
doing?
and I had been blackmailing several athletes for some time. I finally had enough of it. I was going to quit as his manager after he had won the Equestrian 500.
Hold it! He's never won any competition fairly?
Yes, he has. We didn't blackmail the stiffs, as he had the ability to beat them.
And you didn't want to do it anymore?
As it said on my resignation letter, I was enjoying the fortune and fame we got. But then, I realized what we were doing.
Then why did you get Mr. Cruise Control to attack me?
I simply panicked after you scrutinized my room. I knew you started suspecting me, and I did that to get you off my tail. Oh. Is that what this is all about? Very well. Your Honor?
Yes?
I refuse to press any charges against Phoenix Wright and Pinkie Pie for entering my hotel room.
Okay.
There. Happy?
No.
Now, Wright, it's my turn for a question.
Huh?
What are you doing? You're jeopardizing your client's innocent verdict, when a while ago you were at my neck accusing me. And despite my efforts, you caught me. But now you're saying I'm innocent? I don't understand you. Do you think I'm lying?
What's he doing?
Why would I lie confessing my guilt? I suppose if I was trying to protect someone, trust me, that's not the case. Because the sad truth is, I don't have anyone to protect.
Then let me protect you.
I don't understand you. After Rainbow Dash refused our blackmailing attempt, Ace was angered. It didn't help he saw my letter after we were done quelling the fire, in which he ripped in half afterward. He became furious and violent. I saw no choice but to retaliate with a burned golf club that was lying on the ground to defend myself. I hit him so hard it snapped.
Hold it! How hard did you strike him with the golf club?
Hard enough to leave that scar on the back of his neck. The stick was hot from lying in the fire.
And what about the offensive magic you used on him? How strong was that?
I really can't explain that to you.
Try me.
Well, you aren't educated in magic, but let me try to simplify it for you. What I did was a magic surge.
Twilight?
A magic surge is pretty much magic's equivalent of adrenaline. Put any pony in the right situation, and the magic they produce will be very powerful. With enough stress, they can produce magic to rival even the princess.
So it's like a mother summoning the strength to lift a ton to save her child.
Therefore, I can't tell you how strong it was, as I had no control over it. All I know is it was enough to hurdle him a few feet.
Did you see exactly where he landed?
No, it was too dark. All I could make out were shadows and silhouettes. Even with eyes like mine, I can't really tell you where he landed.
What about the location in which you assaulted him? Do you know where that was?
I do know we were directly under the cloud. The argument began as we were putting out the fire the lightning bolt spawned. From what I gather, he must have landed in the dirt, and Gilda moved him back underneath the cloud shortly after while I was gone. I dropped the broken pieces and resorted to offensive magic that was enough to shock him and render him to the ground. I retreated to the dark forest, running as fast as I could. I realized he wasn't chasing me, and returned to the clearing after a good 10 minutes. I saw the silhouette of his body lying there, lifeless. Coming to terms of what I had done, I gathered the broken golf club at all costs so I wouldn't be caught.
Objection!
I was right from the beginning. And this all makes sense now.
Sonata, what you said is impossible.
How is it impossible? Why do you care if it's impossible?
Mr. Wright, I have told you nothing but the truth.
And I agree with you, Sonata. You're not lying. But those unique eyes of yours seem to have failed you this time.
I'm mistaken?
Mr. Wright, where are you going with this?
I agree. Explain.
Sonata claims she used a spell to electrocute him to protect herself.
Yes, that's true.
But then you said something that struck me as odd, Sonata. You said the golf club's end snapped off when you assaulted him.
And that's that piece you found. What's odd about this?
It's odd because the handle and the metal piece were in two different locations. The metal piece under the cloud, and the handle in the dirt.
This was all a waste of time. It's easy to see what happened here. After she hit him with a golf club, the end ricocheted off his neck into the dirt after it snapped.
Yes, even I can see that's what happened. And that's saying a lot.
No, Your Honor. That's not what happened. Let's recall how Sonata stated how the events took place.
I dropped the broken pieces and resorted to offensive magic that was enough to shock him and render him to the ground.
Sonata stated she dropped the pieces after she struck him. Sonata, is this true?
Yes, I did. I was still holding onto the pieces after they snapped. I dropped them in place.
So how did one get to the other?
You said another thing, Sonata.
I saw the silhouette of his body lying there, lifeless. Coming to terms of what I had done, I gathered the broken golf club at all costs so I wouldn't be caught.
Sonata, why didn't you gather the broken end of the club if you were trying not to get caught?
I couldn't find it. I couldn't even focus an illumination spell with all that had befallen, so I searched around in the dark for a few minutes, but I only found the handle.
If you dropped
and
in
you
place,
searched the area you
how to
found
get
the
from?
handle in, because you knew you had dropped both pieces in the exact same spot.
Yeah,
Yes.
one I got to the other. Yeah.
But then, how did the two pieces end up so far away from each other? The handle was right in this location according to Gilda's testimony, and the imprint it left.
But the end was next to Ace's body under the cloud.
Exactly. We can probably all agree the metal piece was found exactly where Sonata hit Ace with the golf club.
How would you know something like that? What if it was the end piece that was actually made?
Very simple. The golf club was lost while it was still whole, and it was still whole until Sonata used it as a weapon. The imprint was made afterward, and the end wasn't intact. If she had really dropped it in place there, the end piece should have been right next to it.
Then who moved the handle?
But this doesn't make any sense. No one was at the crime scene between when she hit him and... Unless that Griffin.
Gilda didn't move it. She would sooner admit she moved the body. Up until now, we didn't even know this golf club was used to hit him, and Gilda dismissed it as a piece of garbage.
Rainbow Trash must have gone back and moved it then.
She couldn't have either. Rainbow Dash wouldn't have had enough time to go back and be spotted by Fluttershy anyway. According to her, it's a good 15 minutes to that clearing. But I know who moved it.
This is absurd. You just ruled out everyone, Mr. Wrong.
Miss Trixie is right. Mr. Wright, you just disproved everyone. Who could have possibly moved it?
I'll tell you who. The answer is the victim himself. Ace moved the golf club.
What?
No.
What?
Hello? What are you thinking? How could he have moved it? He was dead.
Mr. Wright, have you lost your mind?
It's the truth, Your Honor. I believe Sonata did perform the spell and electrocuted him. But I think it was only enough to render him unconscious for a few minutes.
But he was dead when I got back. He wasn't breathing, I'm sure of it.
You're correct, Sonata. He was dead when you got back. So he must have died in between when you ran away and returned to the crime scene.
This is ridiculous. How did he die if the lightning bolt or being hit with that spell didn't do it?
It was the second lightning bolt.
No! We've been through this a million times. It didn't strike at all. 3 of our witnesses didn't hear it because it was a dud bolt.
Make it 4 because I didn't hear it either.
I don't believe it was a dud bolt. From my understanding, lightning here in Equestria makes sound based on vibrations of the impact of what it hits. After he woke up, he must have been fumed after Sonata's assault on him, and quitting as his manager. He probably took to the air to pay Sonata back in spades. Therefore, if we take into account that the bolt struck him in midair, it wouldn't have made a sound.
Did you forget about his suit? From my understanding, a Pegasus is completely impervious to lightning while wearing that suit in midair. The exposed parts are completely covered while flying, and it still would have pierced his body and left a burn mark on the ground, making a sound in case you want to suggest he wasn't wearing it.
What about the wings? They're clearly exposed. What if the bolt hit one of those?
Due to the anatomy of Pegasi wings being so fragile compared to the rest of their body, a lightning bolt would have taken his wing clean off. And yet, both his wings are still intact with no damaging whatsoever.
Cruise Control took a picture of him wearing the suit as he was entering the forest. He was indeed wearing it from that point till his demise.
I don't understand. There's no way he could have been electrocuted by a stray bolt then.
She's right, Wrong. We're back where we started yesterday. You can't say a random bolt hit him in midair not making a sound without concrete proof.
But this time I have concrete proof. Now that I know one other factor of the events. The golf club. Or handle, should I say. Now we know he's the one who could have moved it, right?
Struck the handle.
Angered by being struck and burned by it, he picked it up and took to the air to get a better view of the dark forest. Now where would a Pegasus hold a stick while he's in the air?
In his mouth.
Probably in his mouth. That's the only place he could hold it while flying, I think.
Right, Your Honor. In his mouth.
Mr. Wright, Who's that?
At 8:50, the lightning bolt struck. The metal handle acted as a makeshift lightning rod in his mouth, pumping all that electricity directly into his body. It didn't need any accuracy to hit him, and made no sound since he was hit in midair.
This would seem to explain a few things. Do you have talk to this possibility, Miss Trixie?
No. I don't. I can't beat that. The prosecution rests.
Jeez, that was a turn.
Mr. Wright, I don't know what to say. Never in my life has anyone ever done something like this for me. I can't believe I was so wrong. So very wrong.
You weren't wrong. That note was proof that you wanted to do the right thing in the end.
Not about that. I overlooked such a minuscule detail and thought I had done it. It's ironic I tried to convince myself I hadn't done it when I really didn't do it. If only I wasn't so afraid of being a murderer, I may not have needed to put you all through this trouble to get the ultimate truth of this event.
Miss Sonata, though you may not have murdered Ace Swift, you face some serious allegations, including tampering with the crime scene and these numerous blackmailing accounts I have been informed of, and you will still be punished accordingly.
It's all right. I have done some terrible things, and though I regret them, I humbly accept my punishment. I also owe you an apology, Trixie. You really did better than I could have done. I think the only pathetic fake here is me. I intend on changing that. I wanted to quit all this extortion. I just wanted to be left in solitude. The guilt I felt was excruciating. But you've given me the second chance, Mr. Wright. You stayed determined and true to what you believed in when everyone, including myself, thought otherwise. From now on, I'll try to give that same prospect to those who need it. For that, thank you, Phoenix.
You're welcome, Sonata.
What a very peculiar turn of events.
I know.
The victim ended up being responsible for his own death. There was no murder at all. But perhaps all that karma finally nipped him in the back very hard. It would seem I can give a proper verdict now. In the case of Miss Rainbow Dash, I find the defendant... Objection! Ooh, hoo, hoo. That really is fun to see. Now I understand why you attorneys enjoy cutting off the verdict. Tension, the suspense, the draw.
Just give it a verdict!
Okay, you didn't need to shout at me.
Oh my god.
Court is now adjourned.
There's still like an hour left, though. Are we gonna find out about Trixie?
You did it!
No! What are you doing? Let me go!
It was a victory hug! Jeez, you're so uptight! You not only saved Rainbow Dash, but Sonata as well.
Oh, Scootaloo!
I came as fast as I could. Scootaloo? What are you doing here? I tried getting in that detention center, but those armored thugs wouldn't let me through. And you have no idea how much I wanted to come to the trial yesterday, but I was stuck in school. Can you believe it? This was an emergency. But today's a school day, too. You're right, but then I remembered Apple Bloom got the day off to come down here. That's because she was testifying as a witness. Don't tell me you just took the day off without any permission. Okay, I won't tell you that. You're deliberately cutting your classes? What is wrong with this generation? The reason I came down here was to help. Detective Scootaloo has come to crack the case of the Cutie Mark Crusader private investigator.
A little too late.
Not another one. You're that lawyer Tate Apple Bloom is talking about, right? Look at all this wicked evidence I found. Here.
A bottle cap? A peanut? And a pine cone?
I'm glad you came down to help, kid, but everything's fine now.
Don't encourage her. She's skipping school.
Twilight.
That's bad and stuff, and you, shouldn't do that.
Best sister.
Anything to help you, Rainbow Dash. Well, back on the subject of Sonata, do you have any idea what's going to happen to her?
She's still going to be punished for tampering with the crime scene and blackmailing all those racers. But that's just a slap on the wrist compared to the punishment of murder.
Is the same thing going to happen to Gilda?
Yeah, she moved the body. But like I said, it's only a slap on the wrist. They won't be in there for too long.
Yes, I don't mind.
Oh,
Could
why?
have been worse. Much worse.
Sonata, weren't you being brought into custody?
I asked if I could speak with you one more time, and the guards accommodated my request.
What did you want to talk to me about?
You were right. I have done some despicable things.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
You don't need to feel bad for me. I owe you an apology. And to you, Rainbow Dash. I not only took part in the blackmail you were a victim of, but tried framing you for murder. I understand if you don't want to forgive me.
After what you put me through? Of course I don't, you no good conniving...
Rainbow!
It's okay if she doesn't want to forgive me, Felix.
Honestly, I'm having a hard time doing that as well.
Another griffin! Doesn't want to rip me to shreds.
Lenora!
Hello, Twilight Sparkler. Good job winning the trial.
It wasn't me. It was him.
Oh, you're a human. Don't see many of those in Equestria. I've seen a few while making deliveries, but the ones I've seen certainly don't look like you.
Oh, Gilda, hi.
You don't want to tear me to smithereens, do you?
What?
Never mind him. Why are you here?
We would have come sooner, but we heard that she was called to the stand regarding the blackmailings not too long ago. Frankly, I wanted to see you take her down, Twilight Sparkler. I even brought him with me.
Isn't he supposed to be in detention?
His lawyer scored him a low bail. We were going to pony up and testify for you and tell what her and Ace were doing, despite what she has against us.
This is the guy who attacked me?
I know sorry may not be enough, but I truly am. What I did to you, to everyone, is wrong.
To be fair, she was intending to stop it before Ace's death. In fact, her quitting put her in some serious danger.
Newsflash! She did it again when she got him to attack you. And that was after Ace bit the dust.
Let me make it up to you now. Cruz, your sister's in that hospital, right?
Yes?
After Ace died, all his money went to me. I'm going to donate every last bit of it to medical research regarding your sister's case. I'll see to it that she stays in there until she awakens.
You'll do that?
Twilight, since I'm going to be in solitary confinement for a while, can you manage my money for me and make sure it goes toward that cause? Since you're a former citizen of Canterlot, they shouldn't give you too much trouble when taking the money upon my request.
Yes, I can do that, but how did you know I used to live there? I've never met you before.
I just noticed the slightly smug way you carry yourself. A lot of Canterlot citizens adopt that saunter.
Wow, it's amazing how you can...
Ah,
Smug?
yep.
If you can do that, thank you.
Ah, whatever. I still don't like her for what she did.
The very least I can do is say I'm sorry. I've learned my lesson.
Well, I guess I can forgive you. Kinda, sorta.
Kinda, sorta?
Yeah, you know. Kinda and sorta.
How about makes no and sense?
Hey, you must be that newbie. Congratulations on getting an innocent verdict.
Thank you.
I've heard a lot of good things about you. I look forward to going head-to-head with you when the race rolls around.
You'll see I'm no slouch, I promise. Yeah! Ring
Rainbow Dash is totally gonna win the whole thing. No contest.
That's good to hear. Well, we best be going now. We're going to squeeze in a few more hours of practice. We wish you all the best of luck. Yeah, even you.
Hey, maybe I'll actually watch the race this year.
That's awesome! Finally, someone showing some patriotism and taking the Equestrian 500 seriously. More power to you, Twilight Sparkler.
Just getting used to it.
It's Sparkle. Sparkle! Sparkle! Not Sparkler!
No need to explode. You could have just told me in a calmer tone and I would have gotten it.
But...
Can you do us a favor and take this one to the schoolhouse?
Aw, but I wanted to stay here and celebrate with all of you.
Sure. I want to stay far away from Krabby McPurple Pony until she decides to chill out.
But I'm not...
We'll see you all later. You can fly, right?
Me? No, I can't yet. But you just watch, pal. One day, I'm gonna be just as awesome of a flyer as Rainbow Dash.
You look up to her a lot, don't you?
Well, duh. She's like the bestest, fastest, coolest pony ever. We're like birds of a feather.
You know, you remind me a lot of... Oh, never mind. We better get you to school. Tell you what, we'll give you a lift, free of charge.
Goodbye, every pony!
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. She didn't have to yell at me. It's not my fault pony names are hard to pronounce.
Wow.
How in the hoof is Twilight Sparkle hard to pronounce?
That went over a little better than I expected. Phoenix, can you please do one more thing for me?
What's that?
It's about that Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie Pie? What about her?
Tell her.
Oops, sorry, I spoke. I spoke again, and again, and again, and again!
Huh? Are you okay?
It's a cutie mark. It must mean your special talent is poking Pony's eyes out with that horn.
I was trying my hardest not to laugh.
What?
Will do.
Nix, seriously. I can't thank you enough for what you did for me. I owe you one.
Really? Because I don't think I'm the one you should be thanking.
Huh? What do you mean?
There's someone who deserves your gratitude even more.
Oh, right! Thanks for hiring such a cool lawyer, Twilight.
Well, it's nice that you're thanking Twilight. But that's not who I had in mind. You got acquitted because of this someone.
The judge?
No.
Scootaloo?
Ugh,
Did
no!
you say Trixie?
Someone who the trial would have ended differently without.
Can you refresh my memory? I forget things easy.
Do I really have to spell this out for you?
The trial would have been lost without... Take that!
Oh, Fluttershy. Okay.
Fluttershy?
Oh yeah, I forgot he was mad at her. Or she was
But
mad
you
at her.
helped Trixie by testifying against me.
She did do that. But don't you remember what she did today? You had been given the guilty verdict. I had nothing left. Then she got on the stand and made the trial continue despite the verdict. And that certainly isn't an easy feat. I haven't known her for as long as you have, but I could tell she was really trying her absolute hardest for you when she got up there. Things would have ended a lot differently if she had not intervened.
And I think that's more than you deserve from her after what you said this morning.
Oh.
Here she comes now.
Hello, every pony.
You did great in there. It was very, flutter bold of you.
It was no problem, Mr. Phoenix.
Your timing could have been a little better, though.
Oh, I'm sorry my timing wasn't good.
It's alright. We still won, didn't we?
Yes. Congratulations, Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash, don't you have something to say?
I'm sorry, Fluttershy. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's not! Don't pretend this morning didn't happen. You can't say everything's okay. I treated you like dirt. I said so many awful things to you. I said I hated you. And even then, you still came back and helped me. Why would you do that?
Because you're my friend, Rainbow Dash. To tell the truth, I was so scared to get back on that stand with all those eyes looking down on me. And after what happened last time, I really didn't want to just make things worse like I did yesterday.
Then why did you do it?
Because I thought to myself, what would she do?
She?
The strongest and bravest pony that I know. She would stand her ground and be strong. So, I did my best to be just like her and got back up on that stand again. Because right then, after I heard the guilty verdict, I realized that very same pony needed my help. So I knew I had to try my hardest to be as brave as I could. Because that's what she'd do for me.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Fluttershy. I was a big jerk.
There. It's okay, Rainbow Dash. There's no need to cry.
I'm not crying. It's just my allergy.
No, you're crying.
Hey, Phoenix,
Yes?
can you proofread this for me? I usually get Spike to do it.
Sure. Dear Princess Celestia, I learned something from the most unlikely pony, Trixie. I thought about something she said today, and I think she's right. Friendship is unnecessary, like art, poetry, and music. We don't need it to survive like food and water. Rather, it's one of those things that gives our life, and other lives, value and meaning, giving us a reason to push forward. It allows us to achieve feats of strength and valor we thought we never had in us to protect the ones we care about. And by uniting, even the biggest of problems can be overcome. But then that's where Trixie was wrong. Ironically, that word she mocked ended up saving the day. That's the magic of friendship. It should never be underestimated. And I can see right now that tears will clear the way for a deep and lasting one. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
It's perfect.
I'm glad those two got things patched up.
Still got a while to go, though. Ah, there you are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There she goes.
She's coming back. And coming back again.
Ow!
Phoenix, this may be a bit selfish, but can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you please go talk to Trixie?
Why do you want me to talk to her?
It's that issue I wanted to bring up with you. She bears awful feeling towards me for some reason. She won't listen to me, but she may speak with you.
You're not the one who just had a hat thrown at you. Besides, I just spoiled her revenge scheme. Do you think she really wants to talk to me right now? Let alone see me?
Please, Phoenix. There was another pony in Equestria who was consumed by feelings similar to hers, and the result wasn't pretty.
Okay, I'll try. But I'm out of there. She starts tossing more stuff at me.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Before I try, what does this have to do with the Magatama?
Just ask her, what do you have against Twilight Sparkle and her friends, and you'll see for yourself. She'll probably respond with the Ursa Minor, but I know that's not the case.
Alright, wish me luck. I'm gonna need a lot of it.
Cool. We're finally getting some story into that. I was hoping we would.
She's blue and wearing a purple cape. Have you seen her anywhere?
No. No, Lyra. Don't.
Did any pony ever tell you you have nice, beautiful hands?
No.
Lyra.
Thanks. I'll just going now.
Hey, watch it, pal.
I'm sorry.
You best be sorry. You're lucky I'm in a good mood today. Otherwise, I would have beat you so hard
What
it
are
made
you?
me feel like a smoosh in the express.
It won't happen again.
It better not. Now out of my way.
What was her fault?
Okay, Rainbow Dash recolor.
Wait. That couldn't have been...
You ruined everything.
I, wanted to give back your hat. You dropped it. Or, whipped it at my face.
Give that back, you rotten thief. That's mine.
This isn't going so well.
So, why did you come out here? Come to chastise me? Put me in my place?
No, of course not. I just wanted to talk to you, that's all.
Well, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not in the mood.
Trixie, take this however you want. But you did a good job in there. You did a really good job. I thought you had me several times the past 2 days.
Don't patronize me. I lost.
But it's not about winning or losing when you're an attorney. It's about the truth. And I think you realize that too. I remember you siding with me when Gilda was giving her false testimonies. And that move you made against Sonata regarding that teleportation had no benefits for you as a prosecutor.
I don't care about any stupid truth. Do you remember how that Griffin felt bad about revenge? It certainly didn't for me. As soon as I heard that guilty verdict, I felt like I was on top of the world. I suppose that makes me bad. But whatever. It's not like it even matters anymore.
But what I'm trying to say is, it's up to the defense and the prosecution to push each other to their limits. And you certainly delivered. It could have done without the insults. But you did well keeping me in check.
That isn't a hard thing to do, since you are such a blithering moron.
I really can't get through to her.
Nope.
I'm quitting this whole prosecutor thing anyway. It was just another occupation my parents put me in while growing up in Canterlot. I never even cared about it up until this point. The only thing driving me to excel at it was to get some redemption, but it's not like I have much to go back to. My other routine is in just as bad shape.
Why's that?
Why do you think? That lavender loser ruined it all. My stage is busted up and falling apart, and I don't have the money to fix it. Wherever I go, my shows bomb. I've made it regular practice to dodge tomatoes.
Maybe it's just because you're so ostentatious. I mean, yeah, that sounds terrible.
It's not fair. It's like a cruel joke. Life gives you something you think you're gifted at, and then some little goody four horseshoes know-it-all comes along and ruins all the success in a heartbeat. I hate her so much. Why does she have to be more talented than me in every little aspect? Why is it when I try to entertain with magic I get an angry mob, but when she does the simplest, stupidest magic trick at her own leisure, she gets... Ugh. Why am I telling you this? I don't want to talk to you. Buzz off.
You know, when I was a kid, I was really into magic. I wanted to be a magician myself. I wanted one of those fancy silk hats. But my parents never got me one. They were too expensive.
What's this have to do with anything?
I don't know. I just wanted to try to talk to you on some sort of common ground. I thought it was traditional for a magician to wear a silk hat.
Do you honestly think I care about your pathetic life? Sorry, but I'm a little busy dealing with mine. So for the last time, leave me alone.
I know I'm probably going to regret this.
Oh.
You know, I'm curious. I've seen Trixie the prosecutor, but I haven't seen the great and powerful Trixie the magician. Can I see your magic show, Trixie?
Ha! That's a good one. Why would I want you to see my show?
You owe me a voucher.
What?
Yesterday, you said you'd give me a voucher for one of your performances after I accused Fluttershy. Twilight doesn't seem to be sending me back home anytime soon, so I'll watch your show in the meantime.
I was being sarcastic, you moron.
Fine, I won't watch it then.
No, please.
That got her.
I'm just not used to getting requests to perform. That's all. I'll let you see it. If you really want to, that is.
Okay, I'd love to.
And don't get me wrong, Mr. Dead Wrong. I still hate you with an unbelievable passion. But if you want to see it, I can't deny my fans a performance, no matter who they may be.
What fans?
You don't need a voucher anyway. It's free. Always has been. So a greedy, cheapskate, money-grubbing lawyer such as yourself doesn't need to worry about that.
Why do you do it for free? Don't most magicians and performers charge entry fees to their shows? And couldn't you fix that stage of yours if you charged admission?
Because it's none of your business. That's why.
I was only asking.
Oh boy.
Hello, Pinkie Pie.
I'm on my way to Rainbow Dash's trial.
Pinkie, you missed it again.
Not again. Is Rainbow Dash okay again?
I think Pinkie Pie would find a way to be late for her own funeral. Yeah, everything's fine now. She's off the hook.
Stellar work, Feeny, my boy.
Finny, my boy.
I'm clearly older than you.
You know what this calls for?
A party.
What?
2 words. A party!
A party?
21 words. Yeah, a party. You should come celebrate too because I love it. I'm just all my friends after something good happens.
After something good happens. How did you... yeah. It would seem this would be the occasion to throw one.
What about you? Do you want to come?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you.
You want to invite me to a party?
Like they say, the more the merrier. And you're all grumpy all the time, so I figured a party would turn that frown upside down.
Maybe you could put on your show there. You'll have a larger crowd that way.
As if. Why would the great and powerful Trixie want to go to some juvenile party with Mr. Wrong and a sad bunch of loser ponies?
Because you looked like you were interested for a second.
But Trixie lost the trial, didn't she? She deserves a punishment. And that will be to endure your childish party that Trixie doesn't want to go to. At all. Trixie will show Twilight Snarkle, Rainbow Trash, Haggerty, and Applejunk feats of magic the likes of which they've never seen.
You shouldn't make fun of others' names.
Oh, and why not?
Because they might be like mine and be... copyrighted.
That wasn't funny.
And you are? Those insult names are some of the worst things I've ever heard. And I don't mean they're offensive. Excuse me for trying to lighten up the mood.
You're saying Trixie isn't funny? Trixie will show you, Mr. Wrong. Get ready. Trixie is about to display the funniest joke in her arsenal. Be warned, many have been known to die of laughter from this one.
Except that Ace was the first one to die in Equestria.
Here goes. Why do they call me the great and powerful Trixie? Because I'm always playing tricks.
See, you're no better at it.
Oh, that was so bad. Oh my god, why are you laughing?
What?
Oh my god.
Good one. Because you're always playing tricks. It's funny because you're...
What did Trixie tell you? Trixie's humor is only rivaled by that of her show-stopping magical powers. Your jokes are about as funny as a root canal.
But it's basically the exact same kind of punchline as mine.
I'll go tell the rest about the party.
Hey,
Just why?
did he hurt you bad?
Huh?
That buffoon that attacked you in the forest.
Oh, no. It's just a small bump. Nothing serious.
Good. Trixie was going to send in a search in to find you after we booked him. But Snarkle ended up finding you first.
I didn't know you cared.
I don't, but I don't want you dead either. Despite what that nerd and her fan club may have told you, I'm not a monster.
What are you looking at me like that for?
What's that you're holding?
Oh, it's just a pine cone. Some kid dumped it on me as evidence. Cute, huh?
Yeah. Cute.
What?
Can I... Forget it. Take Trixie to this stupid party, Wrong.
Oh, right. Oh, wait! Magatama. One more thing, Trixie.
What?
I wanted to ask you something.
How did you manage to get her to come here?
Well, I did, not me.
Still, her show was a bit more tolerable than it was last time.
It may be because I'm still new here, but I thought the magic she did was amazing.
I'm not talking about the magic. I mean the name-calling and boasting. She was a little more tolerable than the last time she was in Ponyville. I think she may be on the road to a better lifestyle.
What are you talking about, Twilight? A conceited, ill-mannered, unsavory degenerate calls me Haggerty! I'm not a hag!
And did you hear what she said to me? She told me to lend myself out as a rodeo clown. Better lifestyle my hoof.
Baby steps, girls. Baby steps. By the way, did you ask Trixie the question yet?
Yeah, I did.
So you saw them.
I didn't see anything. I asked the question you told me to ask her, but nothing happened.
Nothing?
Well, something happened.
What's with the pause? You want a cookie or something, you spiky-headed twit? It's that dumb star-spangled flea-bag bear, and it always has been. That purple pest put you up to this, didn't she? Tell Dorklight and her dumb bangs to stop pestering Trixie with that question when she knows the answer to it.
Never mind. Nothing happened.
But I could have sworn.
Hello.
Whoa! This is the first thing in a question that gets me on eye level.
Princess!
Princess?
Phoenix, bow!
It's all right, Twilight. There's no need for him to bow.
So this is her. I want an explanation now.
Hey, you!
Yes?
Twilight told me you told her to bring me here because you knew me. Then you told her to deceive me.
Oh, she did now.
I'm sorry, but I had to tell him.
I understand. I really appreciate what you have done for my subjects, Phoenix. It's really an honor meeting you.
But Princess, you said you knew him.
I've never seen you in my life. And you couldn't have watched any of my trials. You're not exactly inconspicuous.
Why I'm here, though, is to deliver your payment.
She's
I'd rather
not
deliver
gonna
it
answer.
personally, as something seems to be wrong with the mail in Ponyville. I sent out a letter a few days ago, and only yesterday did the recipient get it. I wonder what happened.
Derpy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder.
Wait, you're paying me?
Of course. You didn't expect to be rewarded for your efforts?
It's just I'm not used to being paid real money for my work. Most of my clients pay me with an IOU.
Well, here is a symbol of mine and every pony's gratitude. I thank you again. I don't think a defense attorney in Equestria would have been able to do what you did. You see, Equestria has been in quite the peaceful state for centuries outside of a few minor crimes, and it turns out it is still as you proved the crime was nothing more than a mere accident.
Then what's with the royal escort? I mean, if it's so peaceful and all.
Even though it's peaceful, there are still entities who try to disrupt the peace. That's what the guards are for. But most of the time, these guards are around for ceremonial reasons. In fact, these past few days are probably going to be the most excitement they will have for a long time.
I see.
Oh, right. Phoenix?
Yeah?
Please give Maya, Pearl, and Edgeworth my regards.
How do you know them?
I couldn't meet them as well.
How?
But how?
Goodbye, Phoenix. Or you prefer Nick, don't you?
How do you know all this about me?
What?
Ah!
Well, I must be off now.
Twilight, did you see that?
See what?
There were psyche locks all over your princess.
There were? Must have worn off then.
Worn off?
The most likely reason I was affected by that thing's power was me mixing otherworldly magic with my own magic. It was because I picked it up using levitation. I looked up on how to cure it, and it said it would eventually wear off in a day or two. It's a shame. I really wanted to use it on some other subjects.
Use it on other subjects?
I mean, it's good that it wore off. It was starting to freak me out.
Just tell him about Trixie. Oh my god.
But why did it react to your princess?
I don't know.
I still want to know how she knew all that stuff about me.
You shouldn't worry about it. She must have had a good reason for not telling you.
Well, if you say...
Whoa! Nix, you're rich!
Huh?
The princess gave you a huge haul. There has to be at least 50,000, no, 70,000 in here.
70,000?
Congratulations, Phoenix. You really earned it.
You flatter me. I don't think I deserve all this money. But I'll gladly accept it.
Yeah.
Sports car, here I go, baby!
Yeah, it's not cash. It's...
What are these?
Why, they're bits, darling.
Bits?
It's our currency.
Would there be any way I could get this converted to USD?
USD? Bits are the universal currency used all across Equestria.
No! All this might as well be play money!
Look, he's so happy, he's crying! What's the matter?
I can't use this money in my world.
Oh, well, that's too bad. You know, you could give it to one of us. I'm sure one of us could put it to good use.
Oh, you should totally give it to your faithful client who never doubted you for a second.
Every lawyer must suck horse apples if you're supposed to be the best one.
Did I say that? It was, just a joke. Yeah, like that hilarious joke you told me yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
You're always right because your name is Wright, but you mean right as in being correct. And,
Really now, I'm sure Mr. Wright will give that generous sum of riches to somebody who generously fixed his suit.
Really subtle, Rarity.
Hey, I know. Remember how I didn't knock you upside the head?
Applejack.
Well, can't blame a gal for trying.
Actually, I've decided who I want to give it to.
oh yeah, baby!
Hey, Trixie.
What do you want?
Whoa.
You have it.
You're giving that money to me?
What? Don't tell me you're serious. Why are you giving it to her?
I'm with Rainbow on this one. She hasn't done one good thing to deserve that money.
And she called me Haggerty!
Maybe so. But she's the only one, besides me, walking out of this experience empty-handed. Hooved.
That doesn't mean you should give it to her. Look at all she's done. She almost got Rainbow Dash banished.
Yeah!
I remember a moment today someone backed me into a corner regarding teleporting, until Trixie interjected. I'm a strong believer everything isn't in black and white. Especially after this case. Sometimes good people make mistakes, and do things they may come to deeply regret later. On the other hand, people we perceived as bad, like Sonata, may not be as bad as we thought they were, once we get their side of the story. Whether Trixie did that to help me or not, it really did help us see the victory we got in the end, and I really do think that there's some good in her after she did something like that. It's probably just hard for her to show it when she feels the world's against her for a mistake she made. You said you needed money to fix your stage, right? And this should be more than enough.
We forgive you, Trixie. I know life has been really tough on you. Take the money as a symbol of our friendship. Even if you've made some mistakes in the past, we'll be there for you if you're ever in trouble.
Well, I sure as heck won't.
Rainbow!
Phoenix, Twilight,
Here it
think
comes.
you're the
Yep.
biggest loser, idiot, moron, dummy, numbskulls in the world! Honestly, did you think the great and powerful Trixie would be touched by your namby-pamby sentiments? Thank you all so much.
Oh my god.
It feels good to have friends. All said while Trixie sheds a single tear. Is that what you were expecting, huh?
Yeah, that's sort of what I was hoping for.
Keep dreaming, Snarkle. You're in need of a return ticket flight to reality from that sugar-coated world you live in.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! I like sugar! I couldn't imagine if the world
Pinky.
was coated in it. Would it taste delicious? Actually, I don't know if that's a good idea. I had to try really hard to keep myself from eating Sugar Cube Corner because it looks like it's made of candy and treats and stuff, but it's really not. Trust me, I tried. Turns out it's just gross metal and concrete and wood and...
Pinky!
Sorry.
Trixie will take this money you so foolishly donated to her.
See? What did we tell you? She never learns.
Simmer down, Rainbow Trash. Trixie is counting her bits.
Call me Rainbow Trash one more time. I dare you. We're not in court anymore. Nothing is stopping me from turning you red, black, and blue.
Actually, you don't enter her black and red, Rainbow Dash. She's already blue.
Oh, you don't like the name Trixie has graciously bestowed upon you? How about Lamebo Dash? That really was a good one. Hey, let's merge the two. Lamebo Trash. It's perfect, just like Trixie.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's it.
Just calm down, Rainbow. I suppose it's just her way of saying thank you.
An obnoxious, stuck-up way of saying it, if you ask me. Whatever. I still can't believe you gave all that to her. What a waste.
I'm sure deep down in her heart she really is thankful. Even if she doesn't show it.
I was really hoping she'd show some sliver of gratitude after that. Guess you can't win them all.
Hey! Let's take a picture to commemorate. Who has a camera?
I do. But I used the last of the film during the investigation.
None of you have one?
I have one, but it's all the way back at home. I can go get it if you want.
I'm sure we can wait.
You can just use the one the investigation team gave Trixie.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, there she goes.
I just take the super camera.
Nah, you did something nice. Just admit it.
Alright, every pony. Say cheese!
Say cheese. How old are you, Snarkle? 4?
Oh, well,
It is a little cliche.
Dang, you and Fluttershy.
Saying cheese is a little, well, cheesy.
Yeah, Twilight, you did sound kind of lame.
Alright, I get it, sheesh. What do you suggest we say then? And Spike, when did you get here?
Yeah, really.
I was here the whole... I know exactly what I should say. It came to mind when I was sewing up Mr. Wright's suit yesterday.
Oh, that.
I know what you're talking about.
I've been totally dying to say this for a while now.
I got to say it once. It felt great.
The great and powerful Trixie doesn't see anything special about it. But if we must...
So if I follow y'all correctly, we're gonna yell, congestion, right?
No, AJ, it's...
Oh, okay. Gotcha, Twi.
This is going to be so fun. I like saying funny
Oh
words.
boy.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Yep, I knew it.
Oh, you're leaving? You're not the only one going. The zoo is taking back all of their animals tomorrow. I'm really going to miss them. I remember you said you liked animals too. How about you come back sometime and I'll introduce you to mine? I'm sure they'd love to meet you. I mean, if you're not busy or anything like that. I can't believe it's over already. Hey, maybe there's a sequel in the works. Justice for every pony. No, My Little Investigators. Oh, I got it. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, The Revenge of Wagner. It's going to be super.
Not exactly, but there is one coming out. Gotta react to that trailer after I'm done with this.
I don't believe this. It smells absolutely putrid. I wasted all my money on all-day outhouse. I'm marching down to that post office and clamoring for a refund. On the other hand, I ought to learn to do more research next time before making such a big purchase like that. Hey, Barry, can I keep the perfume? If you don't want it and all, I think it smells nice. How could you possibly think this bile smells? Fine, if it makes you happy, keep it.
She's so happy.
Come to see me one last time. I do appreciate it. It does get quite lonely in here. I'm well aware I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I want to make up for what I've done by helping others, and I have you to thank for bringing this change in me for the better. You know, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. I didn't want to say anything before because I thought I was just going crazy, but during the final chapter of the trial, that last moment we had solved everything, I could have sworn I saw someone next to you. But the strange thing is, it looked like...
Ah! Out of my way, sister! My turn! You've got some nerve showing up here! You're just lucky this fiberglass window is separating us, otherwise I'd bring your scrawny, swarmy little neck out!
I like that, yeah, no lacking. I remember seeing her in there.
Called off because of what happened.
But I like the snub.
But guess what? The three of
Turned
us
out
are
to be
gonna
good.
hold an unofficial one.
It's not fair that you lost your opportunity to go against the big leagues because of all this. And no more holding back this time, right, Cruz?
No, not anymore. That heavy burden is long gone now. By the way, I thank you for not pressing any charges against me. After what I did to you, I feel absolutely awful about it.
It's not your fault. All three of us were victims of the same thing.
Yeah. Besides, I'm sure he forgives you. He's really nice like that. He plays with baby toys in public and everything.
Thank you. Please, tell Twilight I wanted to thank her for knocking some sense into me as well.
Let's stop this moping and get this show on the road. Ready?
Set?
Go!
Guess you really showed me. He got Rainbow off the hook and everything. But one thing, Can you tell old Beardy to, what are the words I'm looking for here?
What my sister Applejack here is trying to say is, this judge character is prancing about, shoving his love for Equestria in every pony's faces, and that's a tad overbearing for every pony around him. It's okay for you to take pride in what you enjoy, but you shouldn't shove it down every pony's throat. I'm sure you wouldn't like it if we constantly tried to feed you apples, despite the fact you may not like them and prefer oranges. We should try to stay respectful to the fact you may not like apples. Every pony and everyone is different, and that's what makes the world so great, sharing opinions and learning more about each other's differences. There really isn't a clear-cut definition of normality, since every individual is so diverse if you think about it that way.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thanks, big brother.
Yup.
You know, after watching Where the Apples Lie, I can see that definitely makes sense.
I'm still grounded.
Consider yourself lucky. I got grounded and I have to do lousy community service for skipping school. I mean, what gives? I provided crucial
Community
evidence.
service? Wow,
They
that's
should be throwing
strict.
a parade in my honor.
No, I provide crucial evidence while helping Twilight. All you found was a bunch of useless junk.
Ugh. Well, if I'd had a whole day off school like some pony, I would have found evidence 10 times better than said some pony.
Stop it, girls. I believe you have something to do right now. Scootaloo?
But mowing old Pony Jenkins' lawn is so boring.
I guess you should have thought of that before you decided to skip school. Haha. And Apple Bloom, since you missed a whole day of school the other day, I think it's only fair you help her out with her community service to make up for it.
What? Do I have to help them, Miss Cheerilee?
No, Sweetie Belle, you don't. In fact, it sure is a scorcher today, isn't it? We're staying out of trouble. How about we go to Sugar Cube Corner for a bowl of ice cream today? My treat.
Yay! Ice cream!
But Apple Bloom got pulled out to do a testimony.
Trixie was actually looking for you before you had left, because Trixie is leaving too. Oh no, not to say goodbye or anything. You take all this stupid evidence. Trixie doesn't want it. Keep it all as a souvenir for all Trixie cares. Trixie is leaving Ponyville as well and wishes to purge her mind of this backwater hick town. Nothing but bad memories here. So start by taking out this trash, garbage boy.
I see. So, you're leaving already? I'm going to stay here a bit longer. I was on vacation anyway. Nobody should miss me. I want to watch this summer sun celebration I've been hearing about. Oh, and please, may I ask you to keep all that has transpired here secret? You know, just between you and me. I won't tell anybody. No.
Oh, and they shake hands. I love that.
Thank you for everything, Phoenix. But I guess it's time to say goodbye now. I wish you could stay a bit longer, so we could get to know each other outside of investigating and trials. I've learned a lot, though. Anyone who ends up with you as a lawyer is really lucky. No, anyone who ends up with you as a friend is really lucky. Let's keep it that way. Even if you're away from us, the others and I won't forget you. And I hope you won't forget you have friends over here either. We'll always be friends in each other's hearts, and that is the most wonderful thing about friendship. It's everlasting, and you're never truly alone. And even if we're a world apart, I think it can transcend.
Twilight, stop with the sappy stuff. I think he gets it.
I'm just trying to make a meaningful goodbye, Spike.
Then just say goodbye already.
I guess you're right. Well, I guess this is it. Maybe we could see each other again someday. I'd like that. Goodbye, Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, we still have a little bit left.
What an ordeal.
Nick!
Hey, Maya.
Don't hate Maya me. Where were you? You weren't seeing other women, were you?
No, I wasn't seeing other women. Wait, why would that even matter? I'm single.
Because your heart belongs to Mystic Maya. She's your special somebody.
Pearl?
Yes, right. I demand an explanation.
Edgeworth? What are you doing here?
Oh, no, you don't. Don't try to change the subject. You've been missing for almost 2 days. You wouldn't answer your phone or anything.
If you must know, this girl pestered me to the brink to help search for you.
He caved in once I told him you might be in trouble.
Aw, were you worried about me, Edgeworth?
No, I didn't. This girl was simply dragging me around town against my will, trying to find you. Nothing more.
Where were you?
Well, let's just say I was out of town. By the way, your slogan for the office.
It attracted a lot of business, didn't it?
No, just telemarketers.
That's because you probably said it like an old man. You need to put some oomph into it, like this. Wright and Company Office. Defending you like it's nothing, baby.
Old man? I'm still in my 20s.
This is why I work alone.
You're changing the subject again. Fess up. Where have you been the last... Huh? What's that in your pocket?
Huh?
Yoink!
Oh
Hey,
no.
hey, no, don't open that!
Aha! This must be evidence as to where you really were.
You should
This
throw that
better
away.
not be money from your sugar mama, Mr. Nick.
No, Maya, you don't understand! Just please don't open that!
You're busted, Nick. Let's see what you've really been up to.
Oh no. Oh no.
Right.
So, who wants to watch a movie or something? I'll make the popcorn.
Mr. Nick, you're never gonna win Mystic Maya's heart, let alone any woman carrying pictures like these.
That kid is annoying the hell out of me.
Rainbow horse doing what I think it is?
Actually, Maya, she's not a horse. She's a pony.
Don't you have any shame?
They aren't mine!
I think I'd rather have a bee from a sugar mama at this point.
Nick, do you want to talk about this? It's alright. Everyone has skeletons in their closet.
This seems less like a skeleton, and more so a disturbing fetish.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in the bathtub with a toaster.
Okay.
I can't believe I forgot to leave all the evidence I found there. My reward for this whole headache is money I couldn't use and those three thinking I'm a weirdo. What am I supposed to do with all this junk? Huh? What's that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't remember finding this journal.
I didn't recognize it.
Where did this come from? There's something inside of it. You know, maybe I did get something out of this after all.
Is it the picture they took? So that Trixie just sneaked that into there? That would be really cool if she did. That's probably the longest credit scene I've ever seen. Okay. And there's still a little bit left. Oh my god. This is a really good series. I'm really disappointed we didn't get any of that backstory on Trixie. I'm hoping they do something with that in the sequel that's coming out. Like I'm assuming Trixie's gonna come back. Like I said, I'll check out the trailer. They might show something involving it. And apparently Celestia has some stuff she's hiding, obviously by the fact that she knows all of them, but won't say how she knows them. And so now I got a glimpse that she was a human, but she doesn't recognize, she still doesn't actually realize it was her. Yes, there it is. Awesome. No, there's still more. What else is there?
Oh, you're still here. It was just like you said. He accepted and won. I'm really sorry for bringing you here out of nowhere. It's not like me to misinterpret a spell like that. Perhaps I let the worry get to me. I really wanted to help Twilight. I'm glad then. I would have had you do it, but under the circumstances, I don't think you would have been able to.
What?
You might not have been the greatest defense attorney, but he still did magnificently defending one of my subjects. I respected your wishes and didn't say a word. I did have a little fun with him before I left, though. You don't mind, right? That's good. I have wondered, though. I've been avoiding this question since I met you. Can you tell me what it is like? It's boring? Oh, that was a joke. It looks like Equestria? I guess I shouldn't envy you then. Maybe, just maybe, it's a little closer than I thought. Well, I think you should be going now. He already left a while ago. I humbly thank you for helping us. I even think my student learned a few things as well. Oh, that's right. You've told me all about him and all the wonderful things he's done. I've been so wrapped up in duties and other tasks, you haven't told me your name yet. May I ask what it is? My name? My name is...
What? Okay. I need to wrap my mind around that. So basically what I got from the end of that is Celestia. The reason Celestia knew was that I'm guessing she was talking with one of the characters from the game. And that person told him about Phoenix Wright, and that's how she knew to bring him in. Which explains how she knew him and all of the other attorneys, or all those other names. I guess they're other attorneys. What I don't, but all that did was bring up another question, which is, how did she get in contact with this person? That's the... I'm looking up some because I just had a thought. I think I might have forgotten a name here. Let me look this up. That's what I thought. Yeah, 'cause I saw at the very end, after that little Celestia talking to whoever it was, it had Celestia's name and with her voice actor and Maya. And I completely forgot who Maya was. I thought that was just a completely different person, but no, that was the character who looks like, or who Sonata looks like. But the whole, they were making it seem like Maya was, just the way they were referencing her, it sounded like she had died or something happened to her. So I guess that if that really was Maya at the end, then she's not dead. So if that's the case, then did they just do an Equestria Girl thing where Sonata is basically her, basically just the doppelganger of Maya? Like, if anything, that just brought more questions. And yeah, like I said, we didn't... I still want that story on Trixie. Hopefully we'll get that in the sequel. That ending just... God, that ending is just what's gonna throw me off about this whole thing. But... I love that we went through that whole thing. I was certain Sonata was gonna go. Well, I mean, she went to jail, but I was certain Sonata did it, and she technically did do it, but she didn't actually kill him. He killed himself. And I love that Phoenix actually continued on with that to prove that she was innocent of that, which was cool. And then she ended up turning good. Like we figured out that she was going good because she was feeling guilty about the whole blackmailing and everything, which is why she wanted to quit. But she was still covering up for it, which, I mean, it was because she was afraid. But, you know, it's cool to see that she actually did feel that. Like, she actually did realize what she was doing was wrong. Same with Gilda. I wasn't expecting that from Gilda the first time. Like, she actually felt really bad about what she was doing. Trixie... like, what happened... the way Sonata shut down Trixie at the very start was amazing. But then I immediately felt bad for her when I just realized how shut down she was. But then she picked right back up. And even her character was cool. Like, she was just as annoying as she had always been in the early seasons. But throughout the whole thing, you saw moments where she actually, like, felt something there. Like, she felt bad, or you at least thought she was going to be sympathetic or thank them for something. Which, of course, didn't do it, which, I mean, it's really annoying, but it fit Trixie so well. So I am glad they did that, even though I found it really annoying. Just this whole thing was done. I'm really excited about the sequel of it, whatever it was called. I know the name of it. Someone shared it with me on Twitter a long time ago. I held off on watching it just so I could react to it once I was done with this. But yeah, so Spirit of Justice. Was that one of the things Pinkie Pie said? when she was mentioning the sequel. I hope that was. That would be really funny. And I knew that bag of money he got from Celestia was going to be bits. Really cool of him to give it to Trixie. Despite how she was acting. Even though he couldn't use it, I probably would still like kept it. Just in case he ended up going back. Like he obviously he didn't know at the time he's ever going to be coming back. He didn't know there was going to be a sequel. Pinkie probably did. I think she mentioned earlier, like part 3 or 4, that she read the script or something, because she always breaks the ball like that. But we'll still kept it anyway, just in case he ever found a way back. He could spend it on something. Buy a house, just live there because Earth sucks. Anyway. But yeah, so I'll go check out the trailer after this is uploaded. Sorry, that dog is always barking about something. It's so annoying. I'll check out the trailer, see what that's going to look like. And when that finally comes out, I will definitely be checking that out. Because I'll be honest, when I saw what this was going to be, I wasn't entirely on board with it, just because I'm not big on this whole, trial investigation stuff. Like I played Milo Investigations, and I just don't like that whole evidence finding thing. It's not really my thing, but the way they did this was really cool. I'm really looking forward to Spirit of Justice when that comes out. I'll definitely jump on that when the first part comes out. So yeah, that's Phoenix Wright Turnabout Storm. Really good series. I see why it's so hyped, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take it easy.